Can you burn incense at home?
Two traditions. I personally see two traditions. First, this is the tradition of the Old Covenant. It's described in the Holy Scriptures, and that's a fact, a specific one. During the Exodus of the people of Israel from Egypt to the Promised Land, well, there was such a rebellion there. The rebellion was against Aaron and Moses, that for some reason they can serve God as priests and not the whole people. After all, God chose everyone. And it is written there, these rebels took the censer, incense, and the earth swallowed them alive. This is. Such a fact is described in the Bible. Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, those rebels. So, for example, and so on, and so forth. For me, this is very powerful. But, on the other hand, in our New Testament church, there are concepts like hand censers. Now they're also making home hand censers again, like a DAF. People burn incense at home. Well, here. That's what you need to say with the censers. If someone uses incense at home, you have to understand it right way, not like mysticism. But, you know, well, it probably helps with prayer. Even the external smell of the church becomes part of it. It sets you up. It sets you up for prayer. Well, if that's the case, then it's saving. But if there's some contribution to this, something mystical, well, there you go. I also didn't give a word to one woman. She said the apartment didn't sell. I did everything right. The candle went around. Okay, I burned some incense, but still, something's off again. Look at it this way. Probably, we need something stronger here. So, this is clearly paganism, superstition. If it's at this level, then it's better not to. It's better not to. In our parts, here in Bulgaria, in the far. In '88, when I arrived, people were coming up with questions. Father, can we do it for any amount of money? Even incense, it seems, is for money. And what do you need it for anyway? And it was like that, yeah? So they held the kitten. She says the cow just calved. Before you take the milk, you need to smoke. We're like with a cow. A cow. Yeah, such a thing here. There. But some kind of mother of God herb. They say, well, it's an herb. Well, the church, that's really something. And the people who never went to church, who are really far from faith, were burning incense everywhere. The word smoked is their word. But this is just paganism. It's just paganism. But when I said that, they told me, is it really bad with God? It's good with God. It's bad without God. But if you need to be with God, take some of that water. Sprinkle your cow. And, with God, use the milk too. Or like this, when you go to milk her, why not do it that way? Lord, bless in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, your little animal. The Lord will act. It's not the smoke. That has the power, but the living Lord. So, right here, in the incense itself, if you don't see any mysticism, that. It's not bad. It helps set the mood for prayer. But if you start adding any pagan elements to it, then that's already crossing the line. Orthodoxy.
Nowadays, by the way, extrasensory perception, astrology, and magical rituals are very popular. That's exactly what's typical. You definitely have to take a candle from the church. You definitely have to buy something from the church. And only after that, with this church inventory, let's call it, you perform some magical rituals. It's a very dangerous trap. This kind of stuff is just meant to set the mood for prayer.
Well, yeah, for example, candles originally were just to provide light. Candles became, well, he was a pilgrim at the Sinai monastery of St. Catherine. There are no candle holders in our understanding. Ancient traditions, for sure. This is an icon, and here's a spot for the candle. Why? Like this. Or even with a lamp, not in front of the icon, but above the icon. It's unusual for the Russian experience. Why? And to light up the icon, to pray, to see the image. That's for this, not for something mystical. So, we have some bending. And the fact that modern psychics say you need to get it specifically from the church, well, that's just them trying to boost their own authority, claiming they're acting with God or something like that. It's a trendy, modern marketing PR move.